Hey y'all, it's Betsy, and today we're going to do a collection video over my makeup collection. Now, I was gonna wait and do this, but Hurricane Laura is knocking on our doorstep, and just in case something happens, I have one video proof. Two, if it all disappears, you'll get to see it in all its glory because my makeup collection, or at least I think it is absolutely awesome. So, to kind of get started, we will go over to our vanity area. So I'm going to try to do this where you can see everything, and I'm using a monopod, so hopefully you can see. So this is all of my lip liners. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Then this is 1 cup of eyeliners and another cup. I got way too many eyeliners, especially for someone who doesn't use them. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Shimmer Oil. Say hi to Stitch. This is my mascara drawer, and these are the ones that are all unopened. So these are like backup things that have come from BoxyCharms, ones that I have bought and haven't used. So they're all in there. These are my colorful mascaras from ColourPop. This drawer is all about brows. So I have a lot of brow stuff too. But that's something to actually go through. This is my drawer of ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. So there's quite a few in there. Then these are all of my ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed, and then my pot eyeliner. So I have the pink one and the blue one from ColourPop, and then I have the brown one and the olive green one, both from Melt their 420 collection. And then the bottom drawer in here is pretty much all of my liquid lipsticks and then some of my lip balms. So I've got a lot of liquid lipsticks and some bullet lipsticks in there. Just wanted a place to put them. So, and in this cabinet down here, most everything important is in that drawer. That's all my hair stuff, like hair dryer, curling iron, all kinds of stuff like that. And then I have scrunchies and extra sponges. This is kind of messy, but, and then I have perfumes. I have also keep a moisturizer here because after I work out in the mornings, I wash my face. So I wash and then redo my skincare. So I actually apply skincare 3 times a day. Now, excuse my desktop because it is a wreck. I didn't even try to clean it for this. So if you look in here, those are more of my bullet lipsticks and some of my lip glosses. I just purchased these from Sephora not that long ago. A redo of the Fenty Glow, and then I also got the Sweet Mouth one. They were on sale. Those are the Sigma lip glosses. This is the Ting Tang Fenty. I really love these from ColourPop. And then I have a new foundation I haven't tried, which is the Your Skin But Better by IT Cosmetics. All of the Natasha Denona chrome paints. Some foundation. Some of my brush collection. I have way too many of those. Some new lip products, things that I haven't had a chance to put away yet. But again, I wanted to get this filmed in case it didn't exist anymore. So, before we jump over until the eyeshadow palettes, which I think is the funnest part, this is all of my eye brushes. So again, I have a rather large collection. And then this is what you see whenever, that's what I see when I'm filming. And let's go to the regular makeup. So the first cubby down here, this is all lashes. And this is my go-to lash. These are my absolute favorite. I think they're very easy to apply and they're not too much. This is all of my foundations. I don't keep a whole lot of foundations. I mean, I have quite a few, but not as many as a lot of other YouTubers because it's not a fun product to me. Okay, this first cubby is primers. Then we have concealers and setting sprays. This next cubby is all about face palettes. So what I consider a face palette is something that isn't just blush or isn't just bronzer. So these are the things that are mixed together. And I'm really loving the Noon palette by Midas Cosmetics and Neon MUA. And then also the Benefit Cheek Stars Reunion Tour. I love that palette as well. Those are probably my 2 favorite face palettes. Okay, this cubby is half bronzer, half blush. So up front is all my bronzers, and then all of the back side is blushes. Again, I don't have a whole lot of blushes or bronzers because they're not the fun thing. I do, on the other hand, have quite a few highlighters. This is all highlighters, and like with my Disney stuff, even if they're not my favorites and I don't use them all the time, I keep all of my Disney ones because I love Disney. Next up, this one's kind of a fun one. This is my start of my eyeshadow stuff, and here's all my eyeshadow primers and glitter glue. The second cubby is single eyeshadows, which I hardly ever touch. So we've got like, this is an Il Makiage, single, some Pat McGrath, Ciate London. And then we have all of the Stila Glitter and Glows. Some of the Wet n Wild liquid cat suits. I have a Cover FX, some Lime Crime. And then this cubby is where I keep all of my little mini palettes. So I have my Givenchy from Disney World that I bought in 2018. Little Colored Rain one. Viseart. The Nobla Glitter palette. Natasha Denona. Pat McGrath. I have all of these Wet n Wild single colored, like, monochromatics. I have all of these Wet Elf. They're bite size, and I am waiting on, I actually ordered the rest of those and all the blush and highlights, so I'm waiting on all of those to come in. And then the Natasha Denona Cranberry palette. Down in that cubby is stuff that I'm getting rid of because I hardly ever wear setting powder in some of those face palettes that I really don't ever use. So find a new home for someone else to enjoy. Now we'll start with A's. So I keep my palettes like this in alphabetical order. The only eyeshadow palette that is not in here that I've received in is the Glam Light Artist palette, which looks like this, and it's very oddly shaped, and I like the way that it looks up there because, as you can see, I like to keep a lot of decorative pieces above. So first off, we have 3 palettes by Ace Beauté. We have the Flare palette, which looks like this, which is so pretty. The Oceanic palette, which looks like this. And then we have the new one, which is the Nostalgia palette, which I really love. That is a gorgeous palette. We have all of our Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Riviera, the Soft Glam, Modern Renaissance, Carly Bible, Prism, Alyssa Edwards, Jackie Aina. These are the little 3 mini palettes and the 4 big Norvina palettes. BH Cosmetics, sorry about the tray. I have the Zodiac Love Signs and the Zodiac Regular. Then I have all 6 of the Sweet Shop collection. So we have Sugar Cone, Pistachio, Bubblegum, Cotton Candy, Orange Sherbet, and Cherry on top. Then this is a Ciate London palette I haven't played with yet. It came in a BoxyCharm. This is my first Disney palette by ColourPop. This is the designer edition. Then we have the Anna and Elsa palette. Then we have the bird palettes, the Night Owl, Bird of Paradise, and Lovebird. This is the Candy Button, which was Biddy and ColourPop. Then we have all the monochromatic palettes. And then also I have in here the tie-dye collection because they fit. And it kind of helped complete the gradient because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Then we have the Garden Variety, the Misunderstood palette, beautiful packaging. The Midnight Masquerade. This is the ColourPop. This was a single, but it was sold as a palette that includes their neons and glitters, which if I buy single shadows, I prefer to buy them like that where they're all together. Then we have the Sweet Talk palette. This palette is one of my favorites still to this day. even hit pan. It's on a glitter shade, but I still hit pan. Ah, dropped it. Then we have the Birdie palette, which is pretty. All of the Butterfly, A Flutter, Butter Me Up, Flutter By, Gimme Butterflies, and Good as Gold. The new Wild Nothing, all that palette is stunning. The new Colored Rain Juicy Boost. I have a Dior eyeshadow palette, that's their warm tones. And I'm Butterfingers today because I'm just trying to get things done. Then we have the Dose of Colors Minnie Mouse eyeshadow palette. That e.l.f. Electro Pop Paradise right there. I have two Givenchy bigger 9-pan eyeshadows, which are really, really pretty. The Give Me Glow Vintage Rose palette. That palette is so good. I love, love, love that eyeshadow palette. Then we're gonna get into Huda Beauty, which I have the Mercury in Retrograde, Rose Gold, Desert Dusk, the Nude Nude. Then I have the Mini Nude, that is the Nude Rich. I love that color scheme too. The 3 neons, and then I have 2 of the small Obsessions palettes. So I have Sapphire and Emerald Obsession. These are my Juvia's Place palette. So I have the Nomad, the Douce, this is the Masquerade, Zulu, Saharan 2, Festival, and the Nubian 2. I did own more from Juvia's Place, but I did declutter some of the more neutral ones because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. KVD Vegan Beauty Satan Center palette, before it was KVD Vegan Beauty. I've had that forever, not getting rid of it. This is the Mini Metal Matte palette and the 10th anniversary palette. My husband bought me that again. It's sentimental, that's why I'm not getting rid of it. Then we have the new Berry Royal palette from Clarity Cosmetics. Awesome palette. I have 2 palettes from Lethal Cosmetics. I have the Lethal and Jolena palette and the 90, I forget what that one's called, but it's like the 90s eyeshadows. Lime Crime, Venus XL2, and then Venus XL. And then I have the Prelude palette. That is so, the Chroma one. It is a gorgeous palette. Lorac Beauty and the Beast. I never use that, but it's Beauty and the Beast, so I keep it. And then I have these 2 by Lottie London. Makeup Missa suggested these, and these are so pretty. I love the neons that are in there. So good. So we'll fix that later. Okay, so now we're gonna get into Lunar Beauty. This is the Moonspell palette. So pretty. And then I own every eyeshadow palette by Melt. So 420, the Muerte, the Vita, the Millennial Pinks, the Rust, the Gemini, the 27, the Radioactive, or is that one up? Yeah, Radioactive, She's in Parties, Smoke Sessions, and the Impulsive palette. This is the Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow, Nabla, Natasha Denona Star palette, Gold. Then we have Sunrise, Metropolis, Lila, the Love, the Bronze, and the Sunset, or those 2 might be reversed. I own all of 8 of the big Pat McGrath palettes. This is the new Divine Rose, whatever, and then I own the 3 little quads by Pat McGrath. These 2 are both by Pure. I did miss out on the Raw Beauty Christie one, but I'm hoping they'll at some point restock it and then I can get it. This is the Festival, and then this is the Barbie palette, which again, I keep that because look at that packaging. I have 3 palettes by Makeup Revolution. The Sigma Beauty Untamed, excellent, excellent palette. 3 palettes by Storybook, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Mean Girls, and the Wizards and Witches palette. We have the Sugar Pill Capsule 2, Capsule 1, and then I have the Fun Size palette, which is a great palette. This is the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. Look at the artwork on this. Then I have Tarte. Now we're getting into the eyeshadows up until the very end that are not my absolute favorite. So we have the Tartus Pro Remix. I do really like this one, and I love the packaging on that. Look. I forget which one that's called, but oh, High Tides and Good Vibes. I love the packaging on that. Then we have the Young, Wild, and Cruelty Free. This is Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Too Faced, which one is this? This is their 20th collection. Chocolate Gold, Gingerbread. That's the first one. Nope, yeah, Gingerbread Spice. The Clover palette. This is the Festival palette. Pretty Rich. This is an oldie, but I still love it. This is the Urban Decay Moon Dust. Born to Run, the Game of Thrones collab. This is the Wired palette. I think this is the After Dark. Yes, After Dark. Naked Ultraviolet, Naked Honey, Naked Cherry, the Violet Voss Best Life palette in volume 1, ZC Alice in Wonderland and Queen of Hearts palettes. These again are absolutely stunning. I love the glitter, and I'm such a child. And then my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette of all is my Cleona Cosmetics Multi-Chromes. I have a video over swatching all of these because I love this eyeshadow palette. It's expensive, but they're gorgeous. So that is pretty much the overview. And I like to store mine like this on a bookshelf because if they're out of sight, they're out of mind. I forget that I have them and then I don't use them. And when they're like this, I can see what I've got and then I know what I have room for. And I still have some new stuff coming in. I have the Kaleidos, all of the Kaleidos stuff palettes coming in, and a few more things I have to look and see because it seems like I order so much lately and I'm missing a lot. But with the storm coming and heading this way, I don't know when things are going to get here, and I wanted to make sure that I still had plenty of videos up to kind of help keep things going. And I am wearing the Colored Rain Juicy Boost on my eyes. I look kind of weird because all the lighting is kind of competing with each other. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it, so we'll see you on Monday. Bye.